What's poppin', y'all? Looks like Adam22 has outdone himself again. There's a certain level of really just awe that you have to have for how Adam22 is able to just come up bigger and bigger, like press releases for things, because you're like, yo, how can you get much bigger than this? But it does every single time. And with this, it's his newest sponsor, a cuck chair.
I have partnered up with iconic Swedish chair designer QUQ to create the most ergonomically beautiful and supportive chairs for the bedroom. These chairs are built with purpose from the ground up. As a spectator, you have the perfect view at all times. You are fully supported throughout the whole experience, and through thoughtful and meticulous design, the chair allows the perfect amount of freedom for your wrists and hands, providing an extreme level of comfort that has not been achieved before. Our chairs are crafted from authentic Hawaiian koa wood, harmoniously paired with an ultra soft and sensual mohair upholstery that will leave you ready for an encore. These chairs are perfect for any body type and viewing position. Some of my personal favorites include the perched owl position, as well as the thinker. I've been fortunate enough in my lifetime to stay as a guest at the finest 5-star hotels in the world with my lovely wife. But all of us have found the chairs in the suites lacked focus and purpose. That's what inspired me to follow through, and I couldn't be more excited to be a part of something I am deeply passionate about. Our chairs are limited and made to order.
Now, off rip, I think we all can admit that Adam22 is one of the worst ad readers of all time. It's almost like he might as well hold the paper to his head. You know, he's got the thing in his hand. I think that's scrolling it like, damn, we need some adjustments here when it comes to reading off these ads. Like, you couldn't memorize a little bit of a script? Apparently, he wasn't a theater kid. Well, I thought this was a meme. I had to check my calendar again. I was like, hold on, is this April Fool's? Because it sounds like a perfect April Fool's joke. And then I look up the website. I'm like, hold on, they've got Adam22's preferred chair. If you go to QUQchairs.com, and they're like, meet the new cuck chair ambassador. Take a seat, embrace the view, let the show unfold. No, we will not be doing any of those. They were probably in talks with Diddy, but hey, it is what it is. Looks like he was locked up. It was a little bit controversial. Now, they've got all these coming soon. Now, this is crazy. $350? 350 CAD. So, what is that? It's Canadian dollars. Maybe like $289. Now, this is next level. Now, this is also the crazy thing. This is official chair suppliers of Motel 5, Super 7, Travel Inn. I don't know if this is real, though. That's the thing. I still feel like this is a bit of a joke. You just take a look at it. I mean, they do, and this is the thing, like it's Swedish, but it's selling it in Canadian dollars, but it's American. Now, they've got that relaxing one is crazy too. Like, this has to be a meme, dog. There's no way they actually supply these places. So I think what happened is, this is what I believe happened, that somebody spun up a store, they've got a lot of bread, and they're faking these. This is just my gut feeling. Because, dog, look at the People Relax chair. They've got lotion, Kleenex, and they've got a drink there. And then, they've got the other rooms. They've got, like, a lady on the wall. They've got the heart. Like, this is not a professional company. Because I was like, listen, man, this is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. If this was actually a Swedish company. And there's a little bit of a level of brilliance to it, but I don't think it's business brilliance. I think it's awareness, like funny brilliance. Like, yeah, sure, it's going to go viral, it's going to spread, but how does that convert in sales in terms of how much you paid? So I don't believe this is actually they might get sued for that. I don't know. I don't know if these Motel 6s, they put Motel 5, which is not an actual chain at all. Like, they just changed everything, right? Like, it's instead of Motel 6, it's Motel 5. Instead of Holiday Lodge Express, it's Holiday Inn. They just changed everything up, which is not a bad idea, but this is one of those things where how the hell do you expect to sell it? Like, what kind of individual is going to be like, yo, I aspire to be in that I aspire to be just like somebody that is watching their woman get smashed by another guy. I don't think that's something people aspire to. Even Diddy, I don't think he would cop this, even though he fits the description. Now, this is the reason why this is so crazy is because Adam22, like, he's leaning into it a lot more. I want to know what kind of a bag they gave him, because it couldn't just be like a regular ad read like he does on the No Jumper podcast or the Adam and Wax show. Like, this was posted on his, I think it was his social media page. He did an actual recording of it, video, or No Jumper is actually going broke, and that's why they're doing this. This ain't no Swedish company. They're making this in Guangdong province, China, bro. That's what they're doing. This ain't no made in Sweden. Ain't no made. This is also, I don't know if they said something about Germany, but yeah, I think Adam22's leaning into it, but there isn't that enthusiasm. That's the thing. Like, yeah, he's public with the whole cucking thing. However, it was a transition, and I still don't think Adam22 liked it at all, even though I think he lied to himself about liking it. It's surprising what the human mind can do, because you got to think it's a slow growth, because people were calling him this before the actual event. First, they were saying, well, you're dating a girl that shows herself, like, so you're a cuck. And then they're like, well, now you're dating a girl that you're smashing on there, so you're a cuck. But then they're like, well, you're the one smashing her. She's not getting smashed by somebody else. Okay. And then it gets to the level where you're like, oh, you're married to her. But they're like, oh, well, you guys were already doing this. And then it gets to the level of, wait, hold on, you're letting another guy do this. And then, and at that point, there's no going back. You're like, okay, this is full on the actual definition. And then that's where he talks about, like, oh, yeah, like, at first I didn't want it to happen, but I kind of liked it. He didn't like it, man. That was the least enthusiastic trying to explain that somebody liked something that I had ever seen. And then it gets to creating this web show on YouTube about choosing the next guy that he gets cucked with. And then them trying to do the part 2 again. I want to know what money is enough money. That's what I would like to know. Because Diddy clearly didn't have a what is enough level. Because, you got chicks talking about all-star games, freak-offs. Now, I don't know if... The one thing that Diddy's done is he has reset decades of white boys being weirdos and cucks reputation. Because, I don't think Adam22 would be doing this for his own. I don't think Adam22 would be handing out a bag to somebody else to smash his wife. I don't think that's happening. And it's in private. So it's not even in public. Like, he's just doing that for his own enjoyment. I can't wrap my head around that. But Diddy, who's at the top, was doing that. So there's something. So yeah, Adam22 was for sure happy when all this Diddy news started coming out. I mean, yeah, he tried to ride the wave off of it a little bit. But yeah, this ain't this is it's a funny company. But I just wonder who was the marketing mind behind this, because like nobody wants to buy this. It's like, honestly, what's something that nobody wants to, it's like putting like a PDF chair or something. It's not that bad, but it's an example of something that nobody wants to be. And if they are that, they want to hide it from everybody else. So why would they buy a product that's associated with that or that's named after that? That's the crazy thing too. Oh yeah, also this is like made to order as well, which means the products aren't ready yet. It's honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this was a no-ship attempt. So those of you that are familiar about like what a no-ship is, hold on, it says this is sold out. Ain't no way. Yeah, this got to be cap. I'm clicking on the site right now and it says the product is sold out. And then it says notify me when the product launches, which is very weird as well. Yeah, this whole thing is confusing. This is odd. And that's the thing, too. Like, how far does this sponsor go? Like, is now Adam22 going to be sitting in it? Now, he was sitting in it for the ad read, but is he going to be sitting in it in different instances? Like certain podcast episodes, he's just going to reel the thing in and sit down on it? Is he going to have one? Is he going to be leaning back on the sofa one whilst doing the Adam and Wax show? Like, how far does this sponsorship really go? That's what I would like to see. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one.